When I tell you I love Balatro, I love Balatro. Oh my god, Balatro. Listen, you don't need to hear it from me. You know, poker with roguelike elements. You've heard all of this before, but hold on. One more game, just one. Oh shit, the sun's rising, isn't it? Balatro was developed by one solo Canadian developer, LocalFunk, and quite quickly the game instantly blew up, surprising even the developer himself. Balatro, in essence, is a poker roguelike, and even with how wacky the concept is, the execution is absolutely flawless. He once said in an interview that he contemplates roguelike games more so than actually playing them, and this definitely becomes obvious while playing the game, as although the roguelike gameplay loop is a very major standout point of Balatro, it's approached very differently from anything I've ever played before. Now, I'm not a poker guy, I prefer blackjack, but Balatro has reformed me, and as the new hit indie game on the block, I'm almost obligated to talk about it. It's your classic roguelike experience. You go through a few levels, perhaps picking up a few items from the shop on your way, until you reach the big boss and move on to the next arena. And then you repeat this process until you beat the final big boss and beat the game. And with card games, it obviously makes sense in something like Slay the Spire, but poker? Well, every level you have a set number of hands that you can play and discards that you can use, and you need to earn a certain number of chips to beat the level. Each hand, such as, say, a pair, or a straight, or a full house, or what have you, will have a base set of chips and multiplies to them. But each card that you play also adds chips depending on the worth of the card. So here, 48 times 2... this hand adds 96 chips to our total. And we keep playing these hands until we reach the chip goal, or run out of hands and lose. Your first few runs of the game is all spent figuring out which hands will help you score the most chips, and how to properly min-max your gameplay, using discards to create the perfect straight flush, or buying the best cards to fit your build, or wait, builds in poker? After every level, you earn cash out of interest, and here you get to visit the shop. Here, you can buy all sorts of things. Cards, permanent upgrades, or booster packs of cards. Now when it comes to the cards, there are 4 different kinds. Regular playing cards, jokers, which add little different effects to your hands, planet cards, which upgrade your hands, adding increases to their base sets of chips and multis, and finally, tarot cards, which you can use to selectively add upgrades to the base cards in your deck. Utilizing all of these, your choices and decisions are expanded tenfold, and you need these. Because after a while, when the blinds get bigger and more challenging, Balatro is a difficult game. And I know it's not just because I'm utter dogshit. We started at 300, how am I expected to get 100k? While the planet cards are great when you want to use a specific hand for a run or just get an upgrade, and tarot cards grant a big boost to your deck, they're just very situational. So jokers are going to be your best chance to do some significant damage, and well, to put it in layman's terms, they work. Here's one of my first runs where I was actually doing quite well. So here I've got 5 jokers and I have to get 30k points, which would usually be a struggle. But with my 5 jokers, it's a joke. So I play a 2-pair, which is a pretty weak hand, especially with all my discards left, but it's level 4, whatever. And for my jokers, I've collected the abstract joker, which gives a +3 multi for every joker, so that's a +15. Baseball card, which is an additional times 1.5 for every uncommon joker I have, which is 1, so that's just a times 1.5. The red card, which gives a +3 multi every time a booster pack is skipped, which I took full advantage of since it gives us a bonus +36 multi. Then the swashbuckler, which adds the sell value of every joker to the multi, which in this case is 8. And plus, it's also a polychrome card, so another bonus times 1.5 multi with that. And finally, the ramen, that just gives us another times 2 multi. All of these together gives us a 31,000 chip combo for just a little 2-pair. and I kept this same build all of the way to the end of this run, beating the game. So yeah, it's insane. But although jokers are what you want for most of the time, what you really need to get the job done is these spectral cards. They work similarly to the tarot cards, being a one-time use and gives a random effect to your cards or your deck, but on steroids pretty much. These range from adding a random addition to a selected card, handing you a random free joker card, or changing all of the cards in your hand into a single suit or rank, allowing you to play the legendary 5 of a kind. So yeah, they're pretty good. Rather than the jokers, which can consistently and efficiently output bonuses and winning hands for you, spectral cards are a little more situational, but when you need them, they easily help you out when you're in a pickle, so always cop the booster packs. The gameplay of Balatro is incredibly repetitive, yet it never feels tedious, and again, all of the jokers and cards just make this one of the most replayable and addicting games, even roguelike games, that I've ever played. I mean, it's literally poker. And yeah, I know it's just been a bunch of numbers and mansplaining so far, but the game is all about the numbers, so what do you want from me? And all of this from a single developer. Game Award for Best Mobile Game 2024, Game Award for Best Independent Game 2024, and Game Award for Best Debut Indie Game 2024. It's absolute cinema. There are many reasons for why this game has been so popular. You can say that it's because many popular content creators have played it, or because of the, again, addicting gameplay. And yes, these are definitely very big contributors to this, but I think it all comes down to just being fresh. It's been a while that a game has truly expanded the framework of game development and the norm of modern gaming. And in 2024, Balatro was just that. It provides something that the gaming landscape has been craving for a very long time, and while we do frequently get incredibly popular indie games that almost gets us to that point, like Lethal Company in recent memory for example, but Balatro has finally made it to that tipping point, and it has something for everyone really, even though it had a PEGI 18 label for a little while. And also, just the look of the game is absolutely stunning, with a very retro feeling UI and CRT filter, and the pixel art is fantastic. Every single card in the game looks perfectly crafted, and with the effects of the different card editions, oh man, it's just so cool. This game is so unique with everything that it does, and out of everything released in the past year, it really stands out the most. Now we've spent a lot of time going over each type of card, but there is still so more in the game. Additions and seals for every Joker and normal playing card further expands your roster even more. And this even applies to the levels. There's so much in this game and the layers go so deep that it's actually insane to think that this was all made by one man. And looking at the super useful and handy dandy collection menu as well just shows you how expansive it all is. 150 Jokers is no joke. Get it? The moral of the story, keep gambling.